All right. Hello, friends. Hello, everyone. It is Wednesday, January 11th. Just kidding. It's Tuesday, January 11th. Tuesday, January 11th. We had a very hands-on class yesterday, so we did not record because we were in groups playing with manipulatives throughout the day. We had all kinds of stuff out yesterday, ones, tens, hundreds, and more. And today, we have been kind of at the beginning of this class going over these things. And I thought I should record this because we didn't record yesterday. And this is an excellent review of what we went over yesterday. So those of you that weren't here, I know we lost a lot of kids in the middle of the day yesterday. So those of you that had to leave, this is going to be a good video for you to go back and rewatch, okay? Here's what we're talking about. We're talking about the review slide. And raise your hand if when you look at number one, you think you pretty much know the answer. So number one. What is it, everyone?
12.
12. How many thousands are in 12,000? 12 is the answer. Very good. It's very good. That's clear. So there are 12 thousands in 12,000. And like we were saying, that kind of gives the answer away, right? It's fine. Now, the second part is the part that we're kind of struggling with. Draw a diagram to represent 15,400. And that's where the wheels kind of fell off the cart, as I like to say sometimes. Have I ever said that?
Nope.
It's like when we're driving a cart and everything's going great. We're driving our cart. How many thousands are in 12,000? 12. No problem. Perfect. Moving on. Draw a diagram to represent 15,400. And we fall apart and we crash because we no longer know what we're doing. The wheels fall off the cart. So now if I ask you, hey, are your wheels on the cart? You can be like, oh, yeah, my cart's going strong. Or you can look at me and be like, no, wheels, not on the cart. Something's wrong with my cart, right? So let us reestablish the wheels, put them back onto the cart where they belong so that we can move on down our journey. How does that sound? Okay, here's what we talked about yesterday. Yesterday, we were talking about place value, which, as you all can see, I left your place value chart on here for you. That place value chart is always going to be your friend. It is always, always, always going to benefit you. You are going to be able to have a place value chart on your big state test. Here it is. Here is the place value chart that you're going to have on your Ohio State test, your air test, we call it. You get this reference sheet. And so you're going to have this, and what you need to know, what you need to remember when you look at this chart is that this little teeny tiny one thing, this is the ones place. How are your wheels? Wheels are good for this? We're fine?
Yeah.
Ones place. What number are we trying to draw for 15,400? Let me write this up here so we kind of have that in our mind. How many ones do we have in the number 15,400? How many little teeny tiny cubes do we need to draw? 0. We have none. So in this here's our ones place. It gets a little teeny tiny. I should draw it smaller than that. Yeah. It gets a little teeny tiny cube, right? We have 0. Wheels are good for this.
Yes.
We're good for 1. This is a very heavy review of yesterday because we did not get through all of yesterday's lesson in this class, and we had a lot of people out. So you guys are the perfect class to review with because I didn't even record yesterday because of how we did the lesson. Does that make sense? That's why this is going to be kind of like 2 lessons in 1. If I have 10 of these I'm not going to go get 10 because that'll take forever. And I stack them up, 10 of them, that's going to give me one of these guys, right? And what place is this, everyone?
Tens place.
This is the tens place. On our number that we are trying to draw, how many tens do we have, everyone?
0.
Again, we have none. So here's our 10, like that. Is that fine? Do you guys feel good about this and the drawing being the same? Yes? Okay. So this is a 10. So ones, tens. Now what happens when I have 10 of these? Hundreds. Looks like this. 10 of these all lined up. Gives me a flat. We call this a flat sometimes, right? Have you heard it called a flat before?
Yeah.
Good. So this would be a flat, right? Ones, tens, hundreds. How many of these do we have in this number? Charles?
4.
We have 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see that? 4. Thumbs. Thumbs, all of you. You see that? Let me try to close this out so I can see my quarantine kids better. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Here we go. Good. So we have 4 of these. Okay, I'm going to sit this off to the side on my stool so that we have them. So we have 400. So how many flats do I need to draw?
4.
I need to draw 4. So I'm going to draw 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm actually going to kind of like put a line through these since we have 0. Okay? Is that okay? Is that fine? Hi.
Just need my paper.
Okay.
Which is my desk.
Okay. So we have 4. Oh, 0, 4. Now, what do we have next? What do we have next? What place is next? What place is next? Look. Look here. Ones, tens, hundreds. Who online wants to answer? Go ahead, Nikki.
Thousands.
Yeah. What's 1,000 gonna look like? Because here's what 100 looks like. How many hundreds do we need to make 1,000? Charles?
10.
10. I just so happen to have 10 hundreds sitting right here. Look what happens. When we take 10 flats and put them together, that creates a 1,000. What shape is this?
Cube.
This is a cube. So we have 100,
1,000. No,
10 of these. Huh?
10 hundreds.
10 hundreds, thank you. We have 10 hundreds. We put them together, and that makes a cube. Now, in our number, how many of these do we have? Aiden? In our number. This is 1,000. How many thousands do we have? Huh? He says 15,000. Is he right?
Yes.
He is right. So we have 1. Oh man, I don't know if I have 15. I think I've already gone through and like scoured all of my square tissue boxes. You think that will be okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Not like it's gonna hurt anybody. Stuff like it's 2.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to improvise momentarily. So does this look like 2 square tissue boxes?
Yeah.
Great. How many tissue boxes do we need?
5.
15. Actually,
5.
5.
Because we already have
10,000.
He said, Garrett's saying 5. Well, what did you say? How many tissue boxes do we need? I need 15,000 tissue boxes. 15 of these, because one of these is how much? Anyone?
1,000.
1,000, and a cube is worth.
I thought you meant like.
The value of the cube is 1,000. And how many thousands do we have, Aiden? 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this, would you say this is 5,000?
Yeah.
Yes? So there's 5,000. There's nowhere I can sit this for the online people to see. Maybe I can turn. Here's our 5,000. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I have, is this now I have all of our, how much?
15.
15,000. So now I have 15,000. So just like this little cube turns into this long, this cube, how many of these do I need to get to the next place value from thousands to 10,000s? 10. What number do we keep saying over and over again? 10. One of these is 1. Then if you have 10, you get one of these. If you have 10, you get one of these. If you have 10, you get one of these. If you have 10, you get one of these. Yeah. Big, tall one, right? A big one. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes? Are you tracking with me? So this won't stand on its own.
Could you like put it on over there?
It's because it has tissues in it. If they were empty, I could tape them all together and I would have a really cool thing. And would like to do that. So what that means is how many of these thousands do we need now?
15.
15 thousands. But are we gonna have 15 of these? You want me to see if I can do a trick?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
you're
Yes.
15 of these.
Oh my, you actually can do it.
I can really juggle for real. Did you see that? I can juggle for real. Hey, do we need 15 of these, or would it be easier if this was all put together and we could have a big long one of 10? One thing. Would that make life easier?
Yes.
Sure does make it easier for this guy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Would it make it easier for this guy too?
Maybe.
Sure. Of course it would. So we have 5,000s. We have 5 of these, and these are big cubes. One, 2, 3, 4. We'll have to put him over here. Right? So the question is, do I want to draw 10 more of these, or do I just want to grab one of these?
Not one of them.
Would it be easier to grab a 10,000?
Yes.
If I had one, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. It's just a tissue box. It won't send you to the hospital or anything. You'll be fine, right? If we had a 10,000, wouldn't that be easier to manage if they were all put together and they wouldn't flop around every place, right? Because technically, right now, what I have is 15,000s, don't I? Because these don't last. I don't have a 10,000.
Can I do that?
I don't have a 10,000. All I have is 15,000s. But if I had 10 tissue boxes all taped together into a big 10,000, that would make my life a lot easier, don't you think? Yes. Either way, this is what your model should look like. You should have a 10,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,000s, 400s. And that gets you your number 15400, which we would never say that. We would say 15,400. And that is what we talked about yesterday. Okay? So now that we have reviewed the review slide, let's just jump right into the lesson. I know I didn't come around and check your notebooks, but that's okay because we didn't get our lesson finished yesterday. And I'm really happy we did this. I'm really happy that we reviewed because that's going to make today's lesson extremely valuable. All right? Because we talked about the lesson with actual manipulatives, with the green cubes and tissue boxes. Go. And now we're going to be able to use those green cubes and those tissue boxes as a model in our minds. And we're going to be able to jump right in here. Bring a pencil, just a pencil, and come sit up here. Since there's no one sitting right beside you, that's the same contact. Do you know what I mean? I know we're kind of in the throes of context. Before we get started on this worksheet I just passed out to you, let's read, write, and represent multi-digit numbers, shall we?
Yes, we shall.
Before we do that, we're going to do a choral count. Choral counts are fun. I enjoy these very much. Here we go. Count by 1,000, starting at 3,400. Are you ready?
Yeah.
We're doing it together. Everybody, online, turn it on. Turn those mics on, you people. Let's go. Let's count together. Ready? Here we go. 3,400. 6,000.
4,000.
6,000.
Hold on. What are we counting by?
1,000.
1,000. So what digit is going to change? The 3. This is the digit 3. Let's try it again. Ready? 3,400. 4,400. 5,400. 6,400. 7,400. 8,400. 9,400. 10,400. Interesting. Very nice. What patterns do you see? You guys can mute again. Thank you. Good job. What patterns do you see, Aiden? The 1,000 part is going up by 1,000. Very good. What do you see, Gage?
The 400 is staying 400.
The 400 is just always staying the same, right? Okay. The 400 is just always staying the same. Does anybody else notice anything? Raylan?
The 2 zeros stay 0.
2 zeros are staying the same? Well, okay. The next question I was going to ask, look here. What patterns do you see? What parts of the number stay the same? Gage and Raylan already answered that. Gage, you said that the 400 stays the same. When will the 400 change? Why?
Because you're counting by 1,000, and the 1,000 just go up, and the 400 do things. And because the 1,000 is just going up by like 1 more 1,000, but you'll never change it.
That's right. Don't you love those questions that I ask you that are really good 4th grade questions, but to you, they're like, it's so easy. Why are you even asking me that? It's so easy. Raise your hand if you have felt in the 4th grade, like, it's so easy that it almost doesn't make sense because it's so easy. Like, I'm not exactly even sure. Good. That's good. That's what I want to hear. That means I'm doing my job. Okie dokie. Those of you that are in person with me in my actual class got a worksheet. Those of you that are online, you need a piece of paper. My students that are with me right now, you need to be using the classwork section of your notebook. Okay? So those of you that are sitting up and listening carefully, I really appreciate that. Using the classwork section of your notebook, I want you to be ready to write this stuff down. So I want you to take a quick second and read the directions. Read over this whole section. But don't go down to the next. There's like a next section. Just this top 1, 2, 3, and 4. Read over this section. I'm going to give you like 30 seconds to read over the section. Okay, there's my timer. What questions do you have about the directions? Will?
How high will we count in this one?
The amount of lines that you have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In addition to the first one, you'll go up 5 times. Charles?
I don't get the bottom.
We're only reading the directions for the top part. The bottom part will make much more sense after we do the top part first. Okay, Garrett?
Actually, never mind.
No, you're good?
Mhm.
Yep. Okay. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to work for 2 minutes on your own. And I want you to fill out as much, only what you see on the screen. I only want you doing what you see on the screen. Do not go beyond that. Those of you that have the worksheet, you can see more than I like, but that's okay. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to work on your own. Make sure you're following directions. Make sure you're following directions. As I look around the room, we're not thinking carefully. We are not following directions. Very nice. Very good. We're not following directions in some cases. By 100. By 10. Thank you to those that are following directions. Good catch. Yeah, good catch. I'm saying you're right. You did good. Now, I want you to have a conversation with the people at your table. All of my tables here today are tables of 3, and I want you to have a conversation. I am going to go have a conversation with the kids online, and we're going to have like 3-minute chat. Go ahead. Look at your team members' papers. Share your ideas and your thoughts, what you think, what you did, all of that. Okay, turn these mics on. Let's chat, y'all. All right, what do you think? Go, Ella.
For the first one, when it said count by thousands, I put 5,000, which I was supposed to, and then 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, and 10,000.
Hey, get it, girl. That is correct. If your paper says 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 for number 1, you are on the right track. Very nicely done. Hey, Emmy, cute hair, girl.
Thanks.
You like that little twinning action? Huh? What do you got for number 2? Michael, what do you got?
I got for number 2,
Yeah.
first 900, 500, like I said,
9,500.
9,600, 9,700, 9,800, 9,900, and 10,000.
Very good. Excellent. You're counting by hundreds. So now the tens place is the one that's making the big change, right? Good. Excellent. Who's got something for number 3? Colton, go.
I only got half.
Of number 3?
Yeah.
That's okay. Tell me what you have, and then you can just speak out the rest of your questions. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got 9,090. Well, 9,950 at
Good.
the front.
Yep.
Then I put 9,960. Then I put 9,970 and
Yep.
9,980, and then I stopped there.
Okay. What comes next?
9,980.
You got 80 already.
9,990.
Good. And then what's the last one going to be?
Then 9.
It's the trickiest one.
10,000.
10,000. Good. Everybody give Colton 2 big claps. Good job. Now, the last one. Who's got the last one? Go, Sophia.
9,995.
That's how you start. Good. Now what?
9,906.
96. Good.
9,997.
Okay.
9,950.
Okay.
998.
9,998. Okay. And what comes after that?
9,999.
9. And then what's the last one?
9,990.
Oh. $9,999. And if we get one more,
10,001.
not 10,001, just 10,000. Just 10,000. Good job. Hey, online kids, Give yourselves a whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Good job. All right, I got to find my pen now. That's what I was looking for when I was walking around.
It's on the ground still. Or it's on
Is it?
the
I had it. I know I dropped it.
There's a Sharpie.
I don't want a Sharpie. I want my computer pen.
Check your thing. Check the spot for it.
Check the pocket.
Okay, check the pocket. Okay. Raise your hand if you and your teammate came to an agreement about what goes on these lines. Excellent. So we're just going to say these out loud because just for the sake of time, because I want to make sure that I get to all the parts of the lesson today because it's really good. Okay, let's count together by thousands, starting with 5,000. Here we go. Are you ready?
Yes.
5,000.
6,000, 7,000,
9,000, 10,000.
I'm just kidding. I do want to write these because I want to look at them together. Sorry.
Because you see, because there's something in all of them that shows that.
I know, Gary.
Yeah, because there's something that I want to talk, that I want to
Yes.
see, isn't there?
Yes.
Do you know what I'm looking for?
Yes.
What is it?
All of them in the 10,000.
Ah, yeah, that's good.
Well,
I don't
not
want to.
that.
I didn't want the online people to hear what you said, so hopefully that was
There's another
still
thing.
kept as a secret. Let's talk about it. We're gonna write them all down. Okay, count by 100. Go.
9,600.
9,500.
9,600. 9,700. 9,800. 9,900.
10,000. 10,000.
10,000. Huh. Interesting. Next.
I know, right?
9,950.
9,960.
9,970. 9,980. 9,900.
Let's stay together, everyone. I've been trying to just like turn and look at individual students, but it's becoming more of a larger issue. Let's go together. Let's stay together. Okay. Didn't we talk about this when I was asking you guys to fill out the number line and I went super fast on purpose to
Yes.
show you how that feels? Yeah. Let's stay together. Is that cool?
Yes.
Yeah. 9,960. 9,970.
9,980.
9,990.
10,000.
10,000. And finally, start.
9,996.
9,996. 9,997. 9,998. 9,999. 9,990. 10.
Well, that's 10,000.
Oh.
That's 10,000.
We're counting up by ones, though. We're just going up one. We're not going up to another like 10,000. We're just going from one. Just going up one.
You cannot do
Oh
that.
my goodness.
You can't do
I
that.
can do whatever I want. Thank you very much. I'm the teacher.
Dang.
That's
Always question the questioner. Always question the question. Don't allow someone to just tell you something and you just believe it. Good job. The heck you can't. Okay. What do you want here?
10,000.
10,000. Good job.
I
I wonder why they're all the same. I wonder.
What do you think?
I wonder.
I started to see something.
What do you?
Giving away the secret to
Uh-huh. Oh, I thought it
Oh,
would.
did you? There's something else in it.
What do you notice? Huh? I wonder what you notice here. I wonder what you notice here. Raylan?
It all has 6. There's 6,000 and then 600 and then 610
Ooh.
and then 6 ones.
She's like, haha, you stinky boys. I'm not even going to say what you think I'm going to say. I'm gonna notice something else. And then she's like, so we got a 6 here, 6 here, 6 here, 6 there.
Goes to the 6,000 hundreds.
Interesting. What do you see? Someone I haven't talked to yet today.
Talk to me.
I've talked to almost everybody today, I think. Raylan, for you.
And the second part, right next to where Raylan said, it goes 7 and 1,000. It's almost like it's moving down one spot every time, and the 9s keep on taking over every spot.
It's almost like they're moving. Does it work like that for all of them? Do they all?
Yeah.
8,
Yeah.
8.
The 9s
Nine,
are taking over.
nine.
The 9s are taking over.
They're like
the world.
every time the spot moves, and then like a 9 takes over.
The 9s taking over the world.
Interesting. And then what do you see here, Will?
All the 10,000.
All the 10,000s match up.
It's a real
Very nice. What do you notice about when we're counting by thousands? On this one, what place is changing? What place is changing here? Charles?
Thousands.
What place is changing here?
Hundreds.
Ella?
Hundreds.
What place is changing here?
Tens.
Tens? What place is changing here?
One.
Huh.
It's a pattern, but going down.
Interesting.
Wait a second.
3 zeros in every single one.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Every time.
Can you name a number? Gonna think carefully. Name a number that is 10,000 more than 1.
I know what you're talking. Wait.
100,000.
Huh.
Can that be it?
Who agrees with Aiden? 10,001.
I agree.
You would be right. Very good. All right. Now, let's go down to the second portion of your worksheet. Complete each statement. 10,000 is 1 more than what number? Think about it. Gage?
9. 9,999. 9,999. If we have 1 more, then we're going to have 10,000, right? Yeah. What is 10,000 is, well, let's answer this question. 10,000 is 1,000 more than
9,000.
Oh, look at Colton Beecraft coming in clutch from the interwebs. Get it, brother. 9,000. Who agrees with Colton? Yeah, nice. Good job. 10. If we have 1 more, if we add 1,000 here, then that's going to get us the 10,000 over here, correct? Yeah. 10,000 is 10 more than what, Charles?
8,090 or 9,000? No.
9,990.
9,990. You had the 90 part right. You just got to think, how close to 10,000 are we? 10 more would be 10,000. And then lastly, 10,000 is 100 more than
9,900. No, wait, 9,899. Hang on. 9,900. 9,900.
We need a calculator.
10,000 is 100 more than, well,
9,900.
9,900. If we add 100 here, because it says 100 more than, it would equal 10,000. Very good. How is counting by 100 and 1,000 sort of like counting by 1 and 10? How are these things similar? How is counting by 100 and 1,000 sort of like counting by 1 and 10? Raylan?
Because 100 times 10 is 1,000.
And 1 times 10 is?
10.
Yeah, that's good. Nobody said that earlier. Times 10. Whoops. These things are the same amount larger, right? Good. What else? Any other ideas? Will?
On the 100, I was counting by 100 and 1,000 alike. Like 1 and 10. But you add 10, but all you also have to do is just add a 0 to the 1 and add a 0 to the 10. You would have 100. And 10. And then if you added another 0, you would have 100 and add.
So what does that mean?
You just add 10 or you just add 0.
You're just adding zeros together, right? Right? That's the name of this game. That's the name of the game. If I have a 1 here, how many zeros do I add to get to here?
1.
How many zeros do I add to get to here?
1.
So now I have 2. You add 1 and then you have 2, right? How many zeros do I add to get to here? Add 1 and then you have 3. Think about it. It's hard to write this down and say it. So if you have 1, 10, you add 1 0. What's next? 100. What's next?
1,000.
1,000.
10,000.
What's next?
10,000.
10,000. Each time we're adding how much? We're going from 1 to 10, and it's 10 of these to make one of these, right? So we're adding 1 0. Then we already have the 10. And when we have 10 of these, makes one of these. So we're adding another 0, right? So the comment that Will makes about adding zeros is very wise. And you need to think about that and keep that in mind as we go on through this lesson. Okay. So turn your papers on the back. Those of you working in your classwork, this might be kind of tricky, but just do your best, okay? Do your best with this chart the best you can. Complete the table to show how many thousands are in each number. Read the directions for the first question silently. Read the directions for the table silently right now. Who can restate the directions in their own words? What are you being asked to do, Richard? Richard?
Who's Richard?
Charles, not you. You're Charles. What are you being asked to do?
We are being asked to complete the table, and then at the end you need to write 5-digit numbers. Make your own 5-digit number.
Okay. Who else can say it differently? What are you being asked to do? Will?
So it says 10,000. You would just write 10, and then you would name it in words. 10,000.
Okay. I'm going to give you some time to get a jump start. Go. Working on your own. Working on your own for a few minutes. I'm going to be coming around, checking, seeing how it's going. just spell the best you can. Don't worry about spelling.
What is this?
Just do what you know. Right on your table so that you can read it. I already kind of have a hard enough time deciphering. Looking good. Looking good in the neighborhood. All right, now collaborate with your team. Share your paper with your table and see if you guys are on the same track. See if what you've got and what they've got is all on the same track. So you're going to need to talk to people to do that. Yeah? How you guys doing? You feeling? Give me your thumbs for how you're feeling about this table. Okay, honesty, I love it. Good. Okay, good. Thank you. All right, so let's work on this together. Number of thousands for 20. What number are we going to write in that number of thousands section? Sophia?
20.
Good. We're going to write a 20 here. And what are we going to write in this box?
20,000s.
Yeah. I'm going to write 20. And then in the other class, I just wrote like TH for 1,000. Is that okay? Because I'm going to run out of room. Is that fine with you guys? I'm going to write TH. Very good. So what goes in my next box?
How do you guys feel about this?
Good question. Answer his question. How are you guys feeling about this? I love that.
I know that I like it.
Yeah? Good. I love that question. Thank you for asking that. Go, Ella.
90.
Good. And then what are we going to write for words?
90,000.
Good.
90,000.
Next one, Emmy. Ready to hear your beautiful voice today.
The first one is 11.
Yeah, and then what do you want me to write for words?
11,000.
Very good. And then, who wants the next one? Who wants the next one? Sophia, I already talked to you today. Ella? Michael, you can do it? He's like, yes, sure. I can. He's like, yeah, but I don't feel like. Go.
27,000. It'd be 27.
Yep.
And then you would write 27 TH.
Good. Class.
Yes.
Your online people have been filling in the chart for you to check your answers on their work. And finally, Colton B. Craft, you want to go?
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
98.
Yep. What do you mean?
98,000.
98,000. Got it. Those here in person, do you agree with the online
Yes.
online thoughts?
Yes.
Good. Now, what we're going to write over here is, number of 10,000s. How many 10,000s do we have in the number 10,000? Aiden? 1. Good. How many 10,000s do we have in the number 20,000? Charles? 2. Oh, perfect timing. We got just a few minutes. How many 10,000s in this number, Olivia? 9. Okay. Bumpy road ahead, everyone. The wheels could fall if we aren't careful. Be careful of your wheels on your cart. Don't let them fall off. How many 10,000s are in the number 11,000? Garrett?
1.
1. It's right here. There's only 1. How many in the number 27,000? Ella? 2. And how many in the number 98,000? 9. Everybody give yourselves 2 big claps. Good job. And then it said we could create our own number, but now since our timer went off, we're going to move really quick. We have talked about this. We talked about this. Now, here are 4 numbers. Read them with me, please. 20,500. 51,300. 82,050. 5,970. Which number has a 5 in the thousands place? Ella?
5,970.
Very good. Which number has a 5 in the 10,000s place? Levi?
51,300.
Very nice. Very nice. Today we worked with numbers with 10,000s. This was our focus today, this 10,000 spot. We identified thousands and 10,000s in numbers. Here's a new number, 68,001. How do we read this number? Everyone together?
68,100.
68,100. How can we tell the number of thousands in a number? Levi?
Because it's after the 8, right after the comma.
Whatever digit we have directly after the comma is how many thousands we have. So how many thousands are in this number?
8.
8. And 1,000 looks like this or one of these tall ones. What does 1,000 look like? The tissues or the green?
Green.
And what does the tissues represent?
10,000.
10,000. Very good. Very good. So how can we determine the number of 10,000s in a number? How do we know how many 10,000s are in this number?
What's right after the 8?
What's right after this thousands place? And how many 10,000s do we have here?
6.
6. Very good. Hey, you guys did an excellent job today. This concludes our math lesson. Thank you for being here with me. I love you all very much. I hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Look how many people put out questions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.